My phone lit up and my heart just sank. Your name felt heavier than before, like I already knew what the silence meant. I tried to breathe, but the air felt thin, like the world kept moving while mine stood still. There's 1,000 things I never said, and all my time to say them in. I'm trying to be strong somehow, but I don't know how. How do you let go of someone who makes you who you are, who held your hand before you learned how to be brave? I see your eyes every time I look in mine. I hear your voice when I'm breaking inside. So tell me how I'm supposed to say goodbye, and every part of me still yours. You saw the good when I couldn't see, believed in me when I couldn't stand. Right or wrong, you stayed right there, like I always had a place to land. I saw the fear in her tired eyes, at night she knew you were slipping away. So I swear I'll be strong enough to keep her safe when you're gone someday. I'm scared of who I'll be without you here. I'm scared of a dream. How do you let go of someone who gave you your name, who lives in every memory, every frame? I carry you and everything I do. Every step feels closer back to you. So tell me how I'm supposed to say goodbye, and every part of me still yours. If I could steal one moment more, I'd ask you everything I never did. But if the light is fading now, please know I'll carry it. How do I walk this life without your hand, when I'm still trying to understand? I'll live and love you left to me. I'll be the best you believe got me. And even though my heart will break, I'll hold you close in every way. I don't know how to say goodbye, so I love you for the rest of my life. I love you for the rest of my I've seen the sky in different colors. I've walked alone through open doors, but every road I've ever taken still led me back to yours. I used to think the world was endless, that love was something I'd outgrow, but everything feels clearer now. Since you became my home, I don't need much to feel alive. Just you by my side. You're not just part of my story, you're the reason I believe. Every dream feels closer when you're standing next to me. If I lose my sense of direction, you're the truth that pulls me through. You don't just mean the world to me, my whole world is you. I felt the weight of every fear, I've doubted more than I should say, but you see strength inside my weakness and love me anyway. You don't promise me perfection, you don't say we'll never fall. You just take my hand and show me that we're enough through it all. I don't need the stars aligned, just your heart with mine. You're not just part of my story, you're the reason I believe. Every dream feels closer when you're standing next to me. If I lose my sense of direction, you're the truth that pulls me through. You don't just mean the world to me, my whole world is you. If the days grow heavy, if the nights feel long, I'll remember where I belong. You're not just someone I love, you're the place my heart runs to. Every version of tomorrow looks brighter next to you. If everything else falls away and it's just us breaking through, you don't just mean the world to me, my whole world is you. Is you. I didn't mean to let it fall apart. I didn't see the warning signs. I thought I could hold the weight alone, but I crossed every fragile line. I hear the echo of your voice and everything I didn't do. Every second feels like proof that I was too late for you. I replay it in my head, every word I left unsaid. If love is a tragedy, then I wrote the ending wrong. I held on too tight, then let go, and I'm standing in the wreckage alone. How I treat every apology just to take you back somehow. If love is a tragedy, I'm living in it now. I told myself I'd be okay if I just learned to feel less, but numbness doesn't fix the cracks, it only buries one mess. I see shadow everywhere, like you're still reaching for me, and I hate myself for knowing that I was the one who couldn't see. tragedy. I'm living it at night. If I could bleed this guilt away, I do what it takes to breathe. But the truth is harder than the pain. It stays with me. If love is a tragedy, then let this be my truth. I loved you the only way I knew, even when I broke you too. I don't ask for sympathy, I don't ask to be proud. If love is a tragedy, I'm still standing now. The room still feels like you're inside it, like you just stepped away. Your coat's still hanging by the doorway, like you might come back someday. I say your name without thinking, like it still belongs out loud. Then I remember the silence and the weight of here and now. I don't know how to miss you right without losing you again. You're not really gone, you're everywhere. In the air I breathe the quiet prayers. Every word I never said, every tear I haven't shed, I still feel you holding on, even though you had to run. You're not really gone from me, you're just somewhere I can't reach. I keep your voice inside my head, like it knows the way through dark. You taught my heart how to survive before it ever learned to break. Some nights I swear I hear you laugh, like you're standing in the hall. Then the truth comes rushing in, and I feel the absence fall. I don't know how to let you go when you never left at all. You're not really gone, you're everywhere. In the way I love, the way I care. Every promise that still stays, every memory that remains, I still feel you holding on, even though you had to run. You're not really gone from me, you're just somewhere I can't reach. If love could stop the hands of time, you'd still be right here next to mine. But if this is the cost of loving deep, I'll pay it every time I breathe. You're not really gone, you're part of me, and who I am, who I'll still be. Every step I'm learning how to carry you without breaking down. If this world took you away, it didn't take your place. You're not really gone from me, you're just somewhere I can't reach. Somewhere I can't reach. Ooh, somewhere I can't reach. But never gone. The world feels heavy when I wake, like every step is mine to take alone. I build my wall goes a little higher, just to feel like I'm in control. But then you look right through me, like you know what I won't say. You don't ask me to explain, you just stay. I don't have to be strong tonight. When you're here, when I'm shaking, when I'm unsure, I fall into the place I'm sure. Every fear just fades away when you pull me close and stay. I don't need the world to change, I just need you holding me. This is when my heart feels safe, right here in your arms. I've been breaking myself in pieces, trying to be what I should be, but you love me in the quiet, when I forget how to breathe. You don't rush my healing, you don't tell me who to be. You let me find my balance with you next to me. I don't have to hide tonight. When you're here, when I'm shaking, when I'm unsure, I fall into the place I'm sure. Every fear just fades away when you pull me close and stay. I don't need the world to change, I just need you holding me. This is where my heart feels safe, right here in your arms. If the dark comes back again, if I lose my sense of who I am, promise you won't let me go. I find my strength in knowing, when I'm tired, when I'm worn, when I feel too weak to go on, I remember who I am. Every time you take my hand, I don't need the world to change, I just need you holding me. This is where my heart feels safe, right here in your arms. Right here in your arms. The sky goes quiet before it breaks. I feel the ground begin to shake. Every promise carved in stone, every fear we've ever known. I hear the thunder in your breath, like you're standing on the edge. If the dark comes closing in, I'll be where the light begins. If the night takes all we are, I'll still know you by your heart. When the ashes fall like rain and the world forgets our names, I'll stand here through the flame. I won't turn away. If the shadows claim the sky and the truth is hard to find, I'll stay right by your side. When the ashes fall, every scar we learn to hide, every truth we left inside. I don't need a perfect end, I just need to know you'll stand. If the road gives ashes fall like rain, and the world forgets our names, I'll stand here through the flame. I won't turn away. If the shadows claim the sky, and the truth is hard to find, I'll stay right by your side. When the ashes fall, let the mountains hear my vow. I won't leave you now, even when the embers fade, I will remain. When the ashes fall like rain, and the silence screams your name, I'll stand strong in the flame. Won't turn away. If the night takes all we are, still I'll follow where you are. Through the dark, through it all. When the ashes fall, I'm still here. When the ashes fall, when the ashes fall. I see your face on my screen again, but it's not the same as holding you. I trace the sound of your voice at night, like it might carry me through. We talk like nothing is broken, like time isn't pulling us apart. But every mile between us feels heavier on my heart. I keep pretending this space is fine, but it's crossing every line. Even when you're close to me, it still feels far somehow. I reach for you and miss you in the same breath now. I count the days, I count the scars between where we are and where we were. Even when you say you're here, it still feels far. I replay moments we promised would be easier than this, but distance has a quiet way of turning love into a wish. I don't doubt what we're feeling, I doubt how long I can wait. I'm holding on to the hope of us, but hope is starting to wake. I don't wanna ask for more, I just want what we were before. Even when you're close to me, it still feels far somehow. I reach for you and miss you in the same breath now. I count the days, I count the scars between where we are and where we were. Even when you say you're here, it still feels far. If love could bend the space between, I'd be right where you are. But all I have are words and time and an open heart. Even if I make it through every lonely night alone, I don't wanna learn to love you from a distance called home. If we're meant to find our way, every shadow part. Don't let us fade into something that feels far, still feels far. I try to hold it all together, like I'm stronger than I feel. I wear a smile like armor so nobody sees what's real. I tell myself I'll be okay if I just don't let it show. But every crack inside my chest is louder than I know. I'm tired of pretending I don't break just to be brave. I'm still human when I fall apart, still bleeding underneath my scars. I feel too much, I try too hard, but that doesn't make me weak. I'm still standing even when I don't know where I land. I'm allowed to need a hand. I'm still human. I've been carrying the weight of every word I never said. I forgive, but I remember all the nights I barely slept. I don't always have the answers, I don't always know my way. Some days I'm barely breathing, but I show up anyway. I don't need to be unbreakable to be enough. I'm still human when I fall apart, still bleeding underneath my scars. I feel too much, I try too hard, but that doesn't make me weak. I'm still standing even when I don't know where I land. I'm allowed to need a hand. I'm still human. If I let the walls come down, if I let myself be found, would you stay or would you run when you see I'm just someone? I'm still human, hear my heart. Every flaw is part of who I am. I'm learning how to love the parts I used to try to hide. I won't apologize for tears or needing you right here. I'm not perfect, but I'm real. I'm still human. I'm still human. I rehearse every sentence, but they fall apart out loud. Every truth I try to say feels too heavy right now. I've been standing in the silence, letting moments slip away, hoping you can read my heart when I don't know how to say. I'm scared of what I might lose if I speak the truth. If I could find the words tonight, I'd tell you everything I have, every fear, every part of me that's scared you won't stay. I don't need them to be perfect, I to be true if I could find the words. They'd all be about you. I've watched you drift a little farther, like you're already halfway gone. I pretend I'm not afraid, but my heart knows what's wrong. I don't wanna wait forever for the courage to appear. I don't want my quiet to sound like I don't care. I'm running out of time to let you know choose you. I've been walking through the ashes of everything I used to be, every promise left unspoken, every crack you left in me. I tried holding on to pieces that would never really hold, but the weight of all your silence turned my heartbeat into stone. I bent, I broke, I lost my ground, but I'm still standing now. I'm still on fire, I'm still alive, I'm breathing through the burn. This time you tried to turn my light to stone, but I learned how to shine alone. Every scar is proof I grew from everything you put me through. Oh, I didn't fade, I didn't fall, I came out burning gold. I stopped waiting for your mercy, stopped begging to be enough. I found strength inside the wreckage where you thought I'd give it up. I don't need you to believe me, I don't need your apology. I survived the heat you gave me, and it forged the truth in me. I was lost, but now I see who I'm meant to be. I'm still on fire, I'm still alive, I'm breathing through the feel too quiet, like the walls are listening in. I smile when someone asks me, but they don't see under masking. I know how to fill the silence, I know how to blend right in. But every laugh feels borrowed, and I don't know where I fit. I'm surrounded, but I'm alone in ways I never say out loud. I live with the lonely, it follows me home at night. Even in a crowded room, I fade out of sight. I don't need saving, I just need to be somewhere between who I am and who they see. They sit with the quiet, and the lonely sits with me. I watch connections form so easily, like I missed a lesson somewhere. Everyone knows where they belong, I just float in the open air. I don't blame anyone for leaving, I don't blame myself for staying still. I just wish it didn't hurt this much to feel everything I feel. I don't say it, but it's true, the sake of something I grew used to. I live with the lonely, it follows me home at night. Even in a crowded room, I fade out of sight. I don't need saving, I just need to breathe somewhere between who I am and who they see. I sit with the quiet, and the lonely sits with me. Maybe one day I'll learn that there's stirs in me, I'm broken. Maybe the stakes inside my chest, it's just a place to open. I live with the lonely, but it doesn't know my name. I'm learning how to stay present, even when I feel displaced. I don't need fixing, I just need to be honest with the parts that hurt in me. I sit with the quiet, and I'm learning how to breathe. I'm learning how to breathe. I'm learning how to breathe. I heard your voice from across the room, like it still had a right to call my name. You talk like nothing ever broke, like I'm just another game. You smile like you don't remember every promise you couldn't keep. But I learned the cost of loving you, and it cut a little too deep. You don't get to walk back in like you didn't leave. You don't get me anymore, you don't get my heart on the floor. I built these walls to finally breathe after what you took from me. You can't rewind what you destroyed. I'm not your regret, I'm not your choice. So don't come knocking at my door. see the cracks behind your eyes, like you're still chasing what you lost. But I paid for every lesson, and I won't forget the cost. You only miss me when it's lonely, when the silence starts to scream. But I found my voice without you, and it sounds like freedom to me. I don't owe you one more tear or a memory. You don't get me anymore. You don't get my heart on the floor. I built these walls to finally breathe after what you took from me. You can't rewind what you destroyed. I'm not your regret, I'm not your choice. So don't come knocking at my door. You don't get me anymore. I loved you more than I should. I stayed longer than I could, but loving me means knowing when to never let you win again. You don't get me anymore. I'm not the girl I was before. I stitched myself back up alone, turned your goodbye into a home. You can miss me from afar, but you don't get who I am now. So don't come knocking at my door. You don't get me